What's important for a crazy F1 weekend? Rain. And guess what, guys? This week's Austrian Grand Prix looks set to be wet. Because look at Friday, and this is probably the best you can get in terms of maybe I wouldn't necessarily accuracy, but I think Googling it is pretty good. I think some websites just talk shite. But if we look here, right? So temperature, boom, Friday, precipitation. This is when you see the levels. And from pretty much 10 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be decent levels throughout the day on Friday. Normally that wouldn't matter. You just be like, oh, that just means practice is going to be wet. But of course, we have the Grand Prix qualifying on Friday afternoon. So looks like we could be getting a wet practice and wet qualifying. So that looks very interesting to say the least. I just prefer wet qualities now. I'll admit, I think Max isn't. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to the wet conditions, and he's in a league of his own, and it almost nails on. I actually feel like here at Austria, it's a really short track. It's probably the other teams one of their better opportunities to get a pole position potentially, but so maybe rain's not good from that aspect. But as we look on Saturday, rain just continues throughout the day. Then it like kind of dies down towards like 3 o'clock. But that means for the whole day of the sprint, we could be getting a sprint race that's wet, and I think that's what it needs, honestly, because I feel like this new sprint format sucks. It You're dedicating a whole day to the sprint, and there's no repercussions. Like it's just pish points on offer. I'm not a fan of the sprint personally. And as we move to Sunday, Sunday is not exactly as wet, but between the hours it needs to be wet is when it's at its highest. So hopefully we can get 3 days of wet action and give us some damn entertainment. Come on, give us someone on pole. I would love Alonso to get pole. I'd love Alonso to get a win. Give us somebody. Can Lance Stroll up his game? Can Nick De Vries up his game? What about Logan Sargent? Can Sergio Perez finally get out of Q2 for a race, man? Who knows? But until next time, peace.